This is Rob with 13 Peppers. Today we're going to make ourselves some Sweety Drops. Now we have everything I need here to go ahead and do our Sweety Drop recipe. We're going to go ahead, I have a full bowl here of rinsed and clean little beak peppers, or the Biquinho pepper. It's actually a beautiful looking pepper off the plant and everything like that, but I went ahead and picked these. And we're going to go ahead and fill this, put everything into this mason jar. Now, because this is just a quick refrigerator pickle recipe, go ahead and make sure all the jars and everything that you are using are sanitized and clean. So that way you don't have it lasts quite a while it's in the refrigerator. So let's go ahead, let's take the stems off these things here and start filling the container. Now, one thing here I do want to point out is this gives me an opportunity as I'm looking at these peppers. When you're picking them, you might actually miss one not looking the best. This one right here has a dark line down through here. Basically, it looks like after a rain, it just split and cracked and it's dark, but I don't want to actually use these. So any pepper that looks damaged or whatnot and not fresh and good, don't put into your recipe. So we're just going to set that off here in the garbage with everything else, and we're going to go ahead and finish going through these peppers. Now that I have all the peppers in the jar here, it's time to go ahead and make our brine. Now it's time to go ahead and make the brine. I have 1 cup of distilled water. I have 1 cup of white wine vinegar. Now you can use a rice wine, and the reason I used a wine or a rice vinegar is because it just has a lighter taste and it doesn't have a harsh vinegar taste like a white vinegar would. Okay, with that I'm also going to add 1 cup of sugar because this is just going to be a super sweet, and I'm going to use half a teaspoon of salt. And we're going to go ahead and turn this on, and we're going to bring this up to a boil. Now, once that we actually have this up to a boil, you can go ahead and turn this down to a medium-low heat and continue to simmer it to get it to the consistency that you want. I'm personally going for a really thin syrup-like brine. If you'd prefer like a thicker syrup-like brine, go ahead and reduce it down, and that would just thicken it up due to the sugar that's actually inside the water. But let's go ahead and get this prepared for the jar. Now all you want to do is actually take your brine and pour it while it's still warm into your jar. Just make sure that you are careful and not burn yourself in the process. And I'm going to go ahead and fill mine up almost to the top. That's it. So that'll work. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put my lid on. I'm not going to put it tight as of right now. I'm going to go ahead and let this cool down. Now I have the jar here. The lid is just finger tight on here right at the moment. It's still relatively warm. I'm going to go ahead and let this cool down to room temperature. And then we're going to go ahead and pop it in the refrigerator for a couple days. Now the Sweety Drops, I let them sit into the fridge just a couple of weeks. I'm meant to only be a couple of days, but hey, life happens. That's just how it goes. But during that time, I actually flipped this upside down and had it sit in the refrigerator like this a few days, and then flipped it back and forth. I did that a couple times just because I didn't want like the tops to actually dry out or anything like that. Because one of the things I noticed, and something that I would do different last time, is I don't know if you can see how much air I actually have. With the lid on there, you can't see it that way, but when you flip it over, there's a lot of air that's actually left in here from when the peppers shrunk up, and the air actually coming out of the fresh peppers and everything. So what I would actually do next time is I would keep the syrup that I made, just set it off to the side, and once it's cooled down and everything, either the next day or later that day, I would open it back up and top it off with the syrup before and seal it up, and then let it continue to marinate and everything that way. So that's the only thing I would really do different, but let's go ahead at this point, open this up, let's give it a taste. These are absolutely beautiful looking. So let's go ahead, I'm gonna open it up here. Ugh. These are absolutely gorgeous. You can see these things in here. Beautiful, beautiful. So I'm gonna start go ahead. I'm gonna take some of these out. And then I'm gonna go ahead and close this back up. But those are absolutely beautiful. And I'll get these up close for you so you can take a look at them. Yeah, absolutely gorgeous. Now we'll go ahead and give this a taste. And I know in the raw form, these weren't as sweet as I would actually like them to be. So I'm really much looking forward to these here. Ooh. That is wonderful. You get the crunchiness of the pepper, you get the taste of the actual pepper, and then the sweetness of everything on that for the pickling, the sweet pickling that we did. Oh my God, that is good. Wow. Wow, that is excellent. I'm gonna keep eating this. I just poked my fork in there and I just squirted juice, so. But, yeah. These are excellent. Definitely gonna be doing this one again. And this is the first time I've actually pickled with like a sweet brine on the actual peppers. And I see so many different applications for this, so this is very, very good. So if you get a chance to do this and try these, go ahead and do it. It is excellent. But with that, I want to say thank you all very much for watching the video. If you enjoyed what you've seen here, please subscribe to the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. You can follow me on a couple of the social medias up here, or you can head to my website down below. There I got seeds, spices, seasoning, sauces, and everything on there. So, but with that, I am Ralph. This is 13 Peppers, and you have yourself a wonderful, wonderful day. Ooh, that's good. Definitely. Oh, wow, those are good.